quarterback to the ground.
Confirmed, I can't really think of too many offhand, my man.
Okay, well, you know what? I saw him do it twice. Well, once to the ground, and then Tony, who was shocked the first time, and that's why he fell, was so strong. Tony Rice bent over, and Lou Holtz was hanging like a baby koala bear. I don't know how many seconds, but when I have money, I'm going to hire everybody who saw the same thing, and we'll just talk about it. You know, it might have been like five seconds, but in a manic rage to where he didn't realize what was going on, and then he woke up, and then, you know, like dusted himself off. But that motherfucker is absolute evil, and I got fired for making a play, homie. I've got the film, and the next series of defense, they changed. They went from a fucking 5-2 to a 4-3, okay? And they had to do it because Cedric Figueroa, the guy that I was replacing, and the guy who told me after his first year at San Diego that I was better than everybody that he played with, but since Holston liked me, that I had to go up to the CFL and wreck it and come back down. And I told him, and you know what? I'll ask him on TV sometime because this is a cold fusion thing. But I told him, fuck football, man. I would end up killing coaches, all right? I'm going boxing, homie. You know what? Fuck them in the neck. And, yeah, so next question.
No, I'm just letting you tell us all about it, my man. You are an interesting cat. Like I said, I've seen you on MySpace, on YouTube, calling out various fighters. Now, Dave Huckabee, I had no idea you wanted to scrap with him or Tank Abbott. Now, I've seen Tank Abbott fight here in Fresno at War Guys. I got to be honest with you. He struck that guy, I think it was Josh. I can't remember what the guy's name was. He struck him in the back of the head. It was a pretty looked like a dive almost. It was pretty weak. But I'd like to see you, my man, because I know you've called him out. That's with Kimbo Slice. He's a big name. He's a guy that doesn't like to take it to the ground. He's a guy that will stand for you. And I know you've got some feelings about Kimbo Slice.
I would fuck Kimbo Slice up punching. And Harry Gopal, he laughed and he said, yeah, same thing. But you know what, man? It's like this. I'm not trying to derail Kimbo from this thing because you got to give him props. He's fucking, he's where he's at, okay? For whatever reason, okay? That's a miracle in and of itself. You know what's even more of a miracle is my dog is the most beautiful that I've ever seen, and she's getting fairly fucking fast. And we were going somewhere the other night, and there was this ramp, okay? And she was really excited, and she wanted to take off. And so I said, you want to go, girl? And boom, we did, and I outran her, homie, okay? Yeah, I am fast as fuck. And people that saw were like, God damn, are you a track star? And I laughed, and I said, color me black.
All right. So, Dan, you still got your speed. You credit it all to the stevia. You've turned many a person on to the stevia. We are definitely going to have you on the Not So Happy Hour, give you the full hour to let you tell the Dan Quinn story. We're going to go ahead.
How much more time do we have right now?
You talk to me, my man. What do you need to say? Spit it out.
Put it like this. What I would rather do is get a one-day tryout like with the Raiders, okay?
That's what I'm talking about. That's my team, my man.
Oh, it's like this, dog. I made a decision when Al Davis fucking spit 4 times on my hand talking and didn't notice it, and he disgusted me. I could have walked, put it like this. Even though I got set up for an attempted rape that never happened and Notre Dame threw in the towel, the attorneys did, $20,000 into it. Now, in a movie, an audience watching, when $20,000 gets a fucking giant behemoth like Notre Dame to actually raise the white flag, they're screaming, okay? All right. But, yeah, so I could have fucking chosen to walk onto the Raiders, right? But I didn't want to. And the reason for it is I don't have any respect for that game. There's too many fucking coaches that are assholes. There's too many guys that are playing that really shouldn't. There's too many kids that are getting their lives ruined all over America, brother, over a fucking game, okay? And I'll tell you what, football is one of the worst things that ever happened to safety for people around America, because you play this game and it teaches you to be savage, and they don't fucking decelerate you, okay, like they do supposedly out of the military, so, they don't start shooting people at home, okay, when they come back. Right. And, so what I would like to do is get a one-day tryout with the Raiders, man, and I say that I can put on the number 32, and I'm so fucking fast that I went down to my son's school 3 years ago, and I asked the track coach at the end of practice if he could time me in a 60-yard dash. And because 40 is a little bit too short for my big ass to get going, but I'll tell you what, I had the stride of a sprinter, believe it, all right? And I took off, and guess what his clock said? And this is fact. And it said 5'9", all right? Now, am I a 5'9" guy? No, but my son's track mates were all jumping up and down going, dude, your dad's hella fast, okay? And a grandpa watching from his car said that was the fastest thing that he's ever seen, white or black. Those 15 black kids in Chicago, young brothers and sisters, seeing me sprint and jumping up and down and going crazy, I could easily play 32. And you know what? At 6'3", 210, I will knock the fuck out of anybody coming across the middle or coming up. You know what? I can lay wood. And I don't want to play that game because, you know what? I would end up with the network of friends that I have if I was back in the NFL when I would have been, and even now, asshole coaches, they might start disappearing, man. So that's why I don't want to play that game. Do you feel me?
I hear you, my man. Well, I appreciate you throwing on 32 and representing like Jack Tatum, because it sounds like you would seriously behead some people up in the NFL. All right, well, Dan, I'm going to give you a chance to shout out anybody you want. We're going to wrap this bad boy up, and then I am going to set it up with you to have you on the Not So Happy Hour. We'll make sure that everybody knows when you will be on. So, Dan, go ahead and shout out anybody you want, my man.
Well, I want to shout out everybody at Team Carnage, okay? Because you couldn't ask for a better, group of guys, studs, warriors, and friends. And Diego Sanchez, please don't turn your back now, okay? Ferris, PhD professor, validating hydrogen gas. That means that I'm going to be on a Nobel podium sooner or later, okay? And to every cage fighter out there, know this. We can make it like it was in the movies, all right, with billions, trillions of dollars, and getting all that soap that flows to the end of the blend makes the fountain of youth. I'm going to be rich, okay? And you can do nothing about it, or what you can do is go to znaturalfoods.com, get the cheapest pound that I can find. It's almost half of what some places charge, and start paying it forward. Get your local scientists to actually blend some stevia in water. So Ferris, PhD guy, isn't the only one out there that actually knows that fucking stevia turns water into a hydrogen gas. Cha-ching, that proves, mods, that I am Maitreya.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, there you have it, Dan Quinn, Team Carnage. I appreciate you taking time with Cage Radio, my man, and I really look forward to having you on the Not So Happy Hour. You take care, Dan.
Hey, I can't wait, brother.
All right, take care, brother. Bye-bye.
This has been a production of Cage Radio.